Major setback for folks in Rocky Hill who've been fighting very hard to keep a nursing home for prison inmates out of their neighborhood. News 8's Kim Pierce live in Rocky Hill this noon with the very latest on this legal battle. Kim, where do things stand right now?
Yeah, and Keith, the very latest is there is a big legal step forward the state has now taken and won towards getting that nursing home for prison inmates put in this very residential section of Rocky Hill. Moving these inmates to a private facility would save the state millions of dollars, but folks around here ask, why here?
And that's a concern. I'm more concerned with...
Just a few feet from where Tony Coco's kids play in the backyard is where the state wants to house dozens of prison inmates.
We're really close, as you can see, and I got two little kids, and obviously the governor doesn't care.
What the state says is that this will be a nursing home for prisoners too old and frail to hurt anyone. And if the state puts them in a private facility instead of a state prison, they are eligible for millions in Medicaid reimbursements. But neighbors ask, why here?
We're not saying they shouldn't get care. We're saying that this is not the place to put 95 inmates and or mentally ill with criminal charges ranging from robbery to sexual offenses, including pedophilia.
That's why the town went to court to stop the plan. But earlier this week, town councilman Phil Silvestro says a judge threw the case out.
I mean, to dismiss the case without a hearing we're astonished.
The judge cited something called sovereign immunity. What that means is you cannot sue the government. But remember, this wasn't supposed to be a government agency. The only way they get the Medicaid reimbursement is if it's a private facility.
The logic that the court is using, we're simply blown away with it. We're flabbergasted.
And all the while, work continues and the nursing home gets ready to open right in Tony's backyard.
This private facility is claiming to be an arm of the state, yet they're able to collect Medicaid funds.
Basically what he says is that they're trying to have it both ways. The state is claiming it's a private facility to get the Medicaid money, claiming it's a public facility so that nobody can stop it from going through. Town leaders plan to file their appeal as early as tomorrow. They say the fight is not over. Live in Rocky Hill, I'm Kent Pierce. Back to you.